And we are live. Welcome to Glamma's Closet, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Sunday, everyone. Just got this bright red lipstick in the mail. I'm not so sure. Working on it. I think it's going to look better once my hair is back to full dark, but I haven't seen, by the way, my natural hair color in about over 3 decades. So good morning. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here this morning. Let's give some shout outs, shall we? Good morning, gorgeous. Good morning, Jennifer Hayes. It's good to see you. And I hope that your grandchild is doing well with the surgery recovery. I saw the video and it was just absolutely adorable. That was a really cute short. And I hope that they are doing really, really well this morning. Dodo, my love, good morning. How are you? Mwah. Dodo, thank you for the hookup on that Poshmark closet. Oh wow! I got Jimmy Choo's and Bottega Veneta shoes and an Alexander Wang dress that was new with tags, and the Jimmy Choo shoes. It turns out they were actually my size and fit me, so those aren't for sale. Those are not for sale. $18 Jimmy Choos that fit me in a good condition? I don't think so, honey. Those aren't leaving my closet at all. Good morning, Boo2 Production Company. I'm so excited. My sister has launched her Boo2 Productions, which has been in the works for a while, and I'm so excited. She does introductions, outros, she does shorts, she does all sorts of things, thank you videos. She's also incredibly helpful with those of us who just aren't really comfortable having to spend 10 hours to figure out 2 seconds of film. So check her out she has her own YouTube channel now. Check out her shorts and check out her videos. They're really, really fantastic. And I could not be more proud. And like I said, it's been in the works for a very long time. She's incredibly talented and very creative and funny, and I find her videos charming, and that is an unbiased opinion from her sister. But seriously, I'm just really, really so thrilled. I'm so thrilled to see her do this. I think it's fantastic, and I think she's going to go very far and have a lot of success. Oh, red lips. Yeah, they were a little redder than I thought, which I was like, oh, it feels like a red lip morning, when you don't have time to do a whole lot of makeup, try a red lip. Red lip and sunglasses go a long way, baby. Patrick Murphy, flying by. You can stick around too, P. Murph. You know that, right? Good morning, my brother from another mother. Liv, hello, beautiful. How are you this morning? It's good to see you. It is great to see you this morning. Thank you so much for being here. Raquel Swartz, good morning, my sortie. Good morning, cutie. She is adorable, and I am so grateful that Raquel is with me this morning. It's nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Ronnie, my baby girl. Good morning, Glam baby. How are you? Love the name Carrie, right? Boo2 Productions. I mean, how cute can you get? That is just, I thought it was adorable. I was like, oh, this is sweet. Kristen, my show me homie. Good morning. Good morning, girlfriend. It's good to see you. Jennifer, thank you so much for dropping that link, guys. Check out her little video. She's got, and when I say little videos, I don't mean like, I'm not patronizing, like they're short videos. But check out her videos. They're really, really good. Very short, very easy to watch. I laughed, I cried, Actually, I mostly laughed, but it was on purpose. She wanted me to laugh. She wanted everybody to laugh and have a good time. Good morning, Tommy. It's good to see you. I hope things at the Bargain Effect are going well this morning. And there is my gorgeous Deb. Hello, Deb. Good morning. It's good to see you. I'm so glad that you're here, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Let's see. Have I missed anybody? I would feel awful if I had. So let's scroll down and make sure that I haven't. Aunt Boo has, yes, she does have I almost said a BooTube channel now. She has a YouTube channel now, and it's called BooTube Productions. And she's been doing those things that are difficult. I can tell you that for my level of technology ease, and for a lot of other people too, and for a lot of people who maybe they're just not comfortable doing the technology, or you don't have the time, and this stuff I couldn't believe. I've seen her spend, no lie, I've seen her spend 8 hours on like a 10-second bit trying to get it exactly perfect. I've never seen anybody's commitment like this. And I've seen her kick chairs, and I'm telling you, she puts her heart and soul into it, and it really shows. She's always been creative, and you can tell she's a great writer. So this is just an extension of that, and I truly think that she's going to go very, very far, and I can't be more excited. Zero, good morning, sugar. How are you? Thank you so much for being here this morning. I appreciate you. I missed Jack and Ryan. I was going to say hi to you on Jack and Ryan's What Sold last night. I missed it. I was making pecan encrusted chicken for dinner with the weirdest combination. I made it with Mexican street corn, and then fried okra, because I was like, I'm in the mood for this, and this, and I just made it. And dinner doesn't have to make sense or have a theme. I'm not running a restaurant here. I'm the one that's eating it, and Grandpa, who's not, well, obviously not that picky. So yeah, Ciro, it's nice to see you. Thank you so much for being here. As usual, Thursday mornings with Johnny. I will be on every Thursday morning at 7:30 a.m. Central, 8:30 Eastern, to talk about all of the different things with Poshmark and things that are going on. I did try the Poshmark promoted listings and have some thoughts about that. So if you'd like to check that out, I did drop a video on that. Thank you for everyone who has checked that out. I really appreciate it. My Posh shows. Okay, here's the deal. The Poshmark show live shows, this is the second time that I've had to reschedule it, and here is why. And it's not necessarily Poshmark's fault. It's just that the questions that I have, when they're answered, sometimes I have trouble. I'll get that answer, and then I'll rush ahead and I'll be like, okay, now I get it. Let's do this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, what about this, and this? So I have a lot of questions that I had to have answers for. And so I've been hounding Poshmark's customer service line. And one of the only benefits of being an ambassador, a gold ambassador for Poshmark, is that you can actually hit up their customer service line and they accidentally answer you. So that was good, but I didn't get the answer quite in time for my show. So I rescheduled the show for next Saturday. Also, I don't know what I was thinking. Every Friday I have my infant granddaughter. What in the world am I thinking scheduling? I scheduled 2 in a row Poshmark lives on Friday nights. I'm like exhausted. I'm covered in spit. I've reheated bottles and played on the floor. She's crawling, and all of the other stuff, and realized that maybe Friday is not the best day to schedule a Poshmark show. So I scheduled my first show for next Saturday, And I will confirm that on Saturday morning. I'll go live for a minute and just kind of confirm that that actually is happening, because I think all my questions are answered. It had to do with whether or not something had to be listed before you could go live. It had to do with do I have to agree with the price in the listing, or can I start it lower? I mean, there were all these questions that I just, with Whatnot, you wouldn't have had those questions because they don't have a listing platform. With Poshmark, it's something that I had to go, oh, okay. I'm very comfortable live, obviously. That does not bother me at all. So the live part, we got this. I've done that before. I've done that for a minute before. But the other parts of it, the technical parts, the parts behind the scenes, I could have used an Aunt Boo on that one. So Poshmark is my Aunt Boo, and they are my BooTube productions for this specific thing, because I just had too many questions. So we're going to do that next Saturday. I think I have my lineup ready. I have to photograph and list some of the other vintage items just to make sure that they are a part of the show. So I'll be working on that this week. With the listing challenge, again, thank you so much to everybody who supported the listing challenge, whether you were listing or not. I really appreciate those of you who came on live with us and joined the panel. I really appreciate those of you in the chat and everybody who just threw support our way. I really, really appreciate it. I got a great deal done. Typically, what I find after a listing challenge is that my sales pick up a little bit in the following week, but then for some reason, the week after and the week after that, that's when it hits like a thunderstorm. So I'm looking forward to those. I'm looking forward to seeing those. There she is, Susie, Dragon Ball Z's, Dragonfly Bees. I keep saying Dragon Ball Z. It's that cartoon thing that keeps on popping in my head. I blame it on my age, honey. Susie, it's wonderful to see you this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. So yeah, with that, and with a special shout out to BooTube Productions. Again, if you haven't seen it, Aunt Boo has a new production company, and it's not a new production company, but she has a YouTube channel for it. And the link is below in the chat, in the description. So please check out that. She's got some really cool little videos, and again, not little. She's got some very cool short videos that are just incredible. And the ones of Mike and Mark, I just find charming to the nth degree. I love the two old guys vintage ones. I sold a few things that I listed during the challenge. Thank you for doing this with me. I sold a few things too, so thank you for doing it with me. I appreciate it. Also, that's what she said. That listing channel was the must do. I didn't know I needed. I've sold several items I either listed or relisted during the challenge. Good. I'm glad to see that it's reaping rewards for us. And I think it will continue to do so. I think it's one of those things that sort of snowballs. I tried to list as much this week and failed miserably. And I apologize. It's allergy season, and it's a little smokier out in the bar. I know it's challenge. We knew what you meant. You knew I was going to. You knew. Just ignorant. So good morning, everybody. Let's get started with, okay, wait a minute. I just got paid for the hot pink Minnie Mouse shirt. Woot, woot, nice. I've got, check out my What's Sold. Barbecue is real. In fashion news, the British and now American TV show Love Island. Do any of you watch Love Island? It's changing its tune on fast fashion. They were very, very much a fast fashion sort of Instagram fashion sort of company, or production, I should say. Is as reported by the Independent UK. Justine Portier, global head of sustainability at Depop, previously dubbed Love Island the fast fashion's biggest advocate. That was a quote, a direct quote. Um, this year switched to eBay as a sponsor. They switched to eBay as one of their sponsors, with contestants wearing pre-loved Amy Bannerman sends a clear message to viewers that fast fashion isn't all that stylish anymore. So I'm really proud of Love Island for switching over. Your content, I don't know. I've never watched it. Is that bad? Has anybody here watched Love Island? I think it's one of those dating reality you can win money shows. I don't know. That's what I'm gathering from what I saw around their news. But I honestly I don't know if anybody watches Love Island. So please let me know in the chat what they're about. I'm guessing it's a bunch of naked people on an island running around, or half naked people on an island running around in what was formerly fast fashion disposable clothing and now is actually a little more sustainably picked. Yeah, Dodo said, "Yeah, I'm good." Oh, everybody loves James Marsden so much. I just started watching Jury Duty on Prime. If I didn't love James Marsden before, I love him forever now. I love him. I watch Fantasy Island, not the same. I feel like it is the same, kind of. The plane. I see you. Never seen it. Yeah, me neither. I don't know. I just, I'm not like, ooh, let me check out half naked young people. If I want to do that, I can walk and go to the mall. I saw some of those. They were just absolutely, and to be fair, when we were young people, we were running around half naked too. We just didn't know it. So, more power to you. Do it while your body can. Like OG Richard Montalban, Fantasy Island, old school Fantasy Island, Ricardo Montalban. Yeah, yes, that was my favorite. Yeah, I loved that one. Na, 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 na. And I love seeing the waterfalls, and then like the little like dancers would come out and like greet the plane, and they'd be like do 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 do. I loved it. I loved it. Also, according to Fashion Network, Michael Kors owned Capri. The company Capri will be bought by Coach's parent company, Tapestry, in an $8.5 billion deal, the company said on August the 10th, creating a top U.S. fashion house that can better compete with larger fashion houses in Europe. Um, let's see. Let me check my notes. The deal would bring Tapestry brands, which also includes Kate Spade. I had no idea that they were owned by the same company, together with Capri's Jimmy Choo and Versace labels under one roof. The combination could also provide some heft to the companies where the U.S. retail industry is battling weaker domestic demand as sticky inflation crips consumer spending and an uneven recovery in key market China. In 2017, Tapestry, then known as Coach Inc., which is still the same, uh, bought handbag maker Kate Spade for 2.4 billion. In the same year, Capri, formerly known as Michael Kors, bought the British shoemaker Jimmy Choo for 1.2 billion. Thank you, Capri, because now I've got the Jimmy Choos in my closet. They're like pointed toe kitten heels, so cute. Anyway, a year later, Capri bought Versace for 2.2 billion. The potential acquisition of Capri could also mark a revival in deal making in the U.S. luxury space, while European majors have snapped up high-end brands. So, um, I don't know what that means for our market, but I just thought it would be worth keeping an eye on. It's worth keeping an eye on Kate Spade. It's worth keeping an eye on Michael Kors and see if their value increases, decreases, if they come out with new marketing techniques. It'd be worth keeping an eye on, just because it may increase or decrease existing demand. And if it increases existing demand, what a great thing for resellers. And if it doesn't, we want to know about it so that we quit snatching those up. Old school Fantasy Island. Oh, talking about fashion, I'm going to the museum at the Fashion Institute sometime soon to film the fashions for my Big Apple Sites series. I was a fashion major there years ago. Oh my God, Susie. That is cool. That is super cool. And please keep us informed. Drop those links whenever you film that. I for one would love to see them. And I'm quite sure most of our fashionistas and our resellers would love to see those too. Yeah, that sounds really creative and fun. There was an episode where Mr. Work bested the devil. It was cheesy, but oh so right. Yeah, I liked that one. I remember seeing that, and I forget who played the devil, but he was also like a guy who usually played like a really little guy. It was hilarious. Please, please do that. If you haven't hit like, please hit like, or just the thumbs up. If you dislike it, hit the thumbs down. I've got no problem with that. Either way, it's engagement. Fun fact: the actress who portrayed Mrs. Maisel is Kate Spade's niece. No way. No way. That's cool. That is a fun fact. Quicksand episode. Yeah, it turns out as we grow up, quicksand is a lot less prevalent than we thought. Who knew? Yeah, quicksand was all over the place. It was all over the 70s and 80s, and the Scooby-Doo kids were getting stuck in it, and the Fantasy Island people, and everybody was getting stuck in quicksand, and it turns out it's really not that big a deal. You don't really come across quicksand that much. Who knew? Really, you're dropping the link for Mr. Work versus the devil? You know what, Patrick? I'm going to highlight that just because that is hilarious. That's awesome. But also, I just rewatched that like a few months ago. I've been going down this 70s and 80s TV rabbit hole, and I've been on a Love Boat kick all week long. I got sick on Monday, and so it was me and the laptop, slowly recovering and trying to hydrate. And yeah, I watched I've been on this Love Boat binge that I am still on. I have like 20 of them in my watch later list. It's crazy. I do want to talk about sales this week, and I think it's important to talk about how my sales have changed since I stopped the Poshmark listing, or not the Poshmark listing, but the promoted closet. Let's start with sharing our screen. Is it sharing? There we go. Okay, so we're sharing our screen, and notice the very first sale is the Barbie Core hot pink tank with shimmer sequins. I listed that during the challenge. That sold for $15. I had 18 on it. They offered me 15. I took it. That sold for $15 gross. I made $9.98 net. My next sale was Nike Air 270s that I scrubbed up from a shoebox that I got from ThredUp. Those sold for $21, and I made $16.80. I also sold this Irish Pub boxing graphic t-shirt. I had 10 on that. It sold for $8, and I made $5.05. I have this Lathe pink rayon cotton blend lightweight cardigan that has been in my closet for almost a year, and it sold for $17, and I made $11.58 on that. Barbie Core. That's like Barbie Core number 2. There's that one, and then this one. J. Crew orange pencil skirt with pockets, sold size 14, sold for $13, and I made $10.05 from that. The H&M Ivory Ruffled Sleeveless Dress, size 6. Again, it's been in my closet for almost a year. Sold for 17 and I made $11.58 on that. The Invisibelt Skinny Belt New Narrow Width, and for some reason I picked this up from a reseller online. I think I paid like $1 or $2 for it, and I realized quickly that a skinny belt is not what I needed at all. What I need is an iron corset. So I flipped that one. It sold for 6, and I made $3.05. Madewell leather slides. Those were also in one of my thread up shoe boxes. Sold for 17. I made $11.58. The Coach Rainbow Signature Sea Print Rubber Rain Boots in a size 8. I bought those for me because I didn't see the size on the bottom and they were way too small. They made my toes curl under. So I sold those for 21 and I made $16.80 on that sale. These broke my heart. These universal thread, light yellow, high-waisted vintage jeans. They were so cute. They sold for 14, but I had to cancel the sale because I put them in the wash. I put them in the dryer. I always like to freshen things up before I send them and possibly, wash and dry them if I can, just to give it that extra freshness. So I put them in the wash. I put them in the dryer. They were perfectly clean. They were folded beautifully, and I put them on the dining room table for packaging. And I came back in and realized that I had set them inadvertently on a pink marker. And unfortunately, the pink marker spotted them in a place that no woman wants to have a pink marker spot. And it was a pretty big spot. So I had to cancel that and inform the buyer. I felt awful about that. That was horrible. The new Lily Pulitzer pattern coffee cup set. It was a set of 2 coffee cups that I got for $5 from an online seller. It sold for $20 and I made I made 16 on that. The Michael Kors navy blue and white striped long tee, size 1X. I sold that for $11, and my profit on that was $6.03. And then this morning, I woke up and these Sesto Meucci camel colored leather driving shoes. You know, they're driving shoes when they have like the nubby bottoms. It looks like a slipper on top or a flat on top, but it's got the nubbies on the bottoms. So those sold for 17 and I made $11.58. So, let's see. My gross total for the week, I had 12 sales, 3 tops, 4 shoes, 1 sweater, 1 skirt, 1 dress, 1 accessory, and 1 home. And this is not counting those yellow jeans. So it's 12 total sales at $3 average per sale. So my cost of goods was about $36. My gross for the week for a 1 week total was $183. After Poshmark fees and shipping discounts, my net was $130.08. After we removed the cost of goods, which was $36, my total profit for the week was $94.08. So, huge dive from last week and the week before, huge. But there are 2 things that I'm not doing. I'm not doing the promoted closets, and I'm not doing the listing challenge right now. So that is going to take its toll. Also, though, there's something else that's happening this week. We are past that first of the month, end of the month thing, and I have been watching monthly how those sales are affected, and I can tell you that mid-month and specifically like this, usually week 2 to about midweek 4, my sales always go down a little. It's just that's when people get paid. So $94.08 is a profit that I'm comfortable with for the week, but I'm hoping that my the listing challenge starts to sell a little bit more. A few of those items that I sold, were from the listing challenge, but a lot of that stuff is just stuff that's been sitting in my closet. So I'm kind of glad that I think the listing challenge really helped sort of boost that. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So we will see what happens in the weeks to come. And I, I mean, I'm human. I may be wrong about this, about the promoted listings, but I still don't feel like it was worth what it would have cost. We'll see. We'll see. Susie, I see it is your Poshiversary. Happy 10-year Poshiversary. And yeah, the pink spot of shame. Oh yeah, it was like right on, right there. And every girl knows what I'm talking about. It was right there. And I'm like, oh my God. And I tried to scrub it out and get it out. Mm-mm. Permanent marker. Guess what? Sharpie doesn't scrub out that easily. Aisha, I didn't know you were an old time Parker. Old time Parker, old time Posher. Not that we're old, we definitely not. We just remember the good old days when haggling was in the comments, suggested users, and it was actually a badge of honor, and deal days were rare. Yeah. Good morning, Jessica. How you doing this morning? I hope you are doing well. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Corset, gastric bypass, yeah. Raquel, I listed 50 the week of the challenge and I only listed 5 this week. Girl, do not feel bad. I have listed 12 items this week. I listed 6 one day and 6 another, and I thought I was the bee's knees. It's, life happens. Life happens. So we're all working on it. That's all. We've got this. I do also want to find out anybody who's in the chat who participated in the listing challenge in any way. Have you sold anything from the listing challenge? I'm always interested to see if the listing challenge is actually working, because you never know. You never know if you're going to have, you never know if it's going to really pick up the sales or no. We'll find out though. I did hit the 500 club though, guys. I'm really proud of that. Really proud of that. In reseller news from e-commerce bites, there's an unconfirmed report that eBay will soon no longer allow sellers to plead their case for a feedback removal by phone. Are you listening, Patrick Murphy? They'll have to submit their request on the eBay, I'm guessing feedback website, but let's see what page 2 says. Sorry. I work on notes. On the eBay website, yeah. A member of a private Facebook group claimed that he worked for eBay, so that he currently works for eBay, and said starting the 14th, sellers would have to submit, which I guess is tomorrow, sellers would have to submit requests for feedback or defect removals through the eBay website. eBay customer support would no longer review removal requests on the phone or through the chat. He said eBay for Business on Facebook would not be handling feedback removal requests either. However, and this is his quote, not mine, if a removal is denied, but you feel it genuinely violates policy, then there is an appeal process for this. He said, adding that sellers would be allowed to appeal feedback removal decisions. The website claims to have found resellers on YouTube talking as recently as March 9th of this year about their ability to get eBay reps to remove negative feedback through phone support. How to get negative feedback removed on eBay was one of the videos from Flea Market Flipper. They also found a thread on the eBay discussion boards this week from a seller echoing what one reader told them in late July, and quote, eBay is ending concierge service benefit for managing negative feedback for sellers, end quote. The seller said the eBay concierge helpline would be ending negative feedback assistance for their concierge sellers beginning in September. So for those who sell more regularly on eBay, if the reports are accurate, then the sellers will be forced to submit their feedback removal request through a web form instead of a phone call. It could mean eBay is planning to have more of an automated system make the determination and save human intervention for reviewing appeals. So eBay is going AI just like the rest of the world. So does the feedback remain active while they piddle the ankles and hurry up and take their time? Wait, I know this answer. I think you do, Patrick. I think you do. The robots do need practice for when they take over the world. Wow. Okay, let's go back up and start looking at the listings. Let's see. I sold 6 new and 1 relist from the listing challenge. You go. I love that. I'm relisting because I'm out of things to list. Well, not really, but not everything is photographed. Yeah, I know that. I know that feeling. Oh, that's the quarter drop. I sold 7 new listings. Yes. Yes. You and Aisha, so you and Aisha both had 7 listings. Well, you had 7 new, and Aisha had 6 new and 1 relist. And Lisette, I've got actually, you are on my Sweets for the Sweetest this morning. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Lisette, I just wanted to say, way to go with the storage unit. Way to go. I've been following your progress. I don't always comment because sometimes I'm busy when I'm like listening and working at the same time. But way to go with the new storage unit. Everybody check out New England Betty Boop and her journey. She has actually really streamlined her business and gotten everything organized in this storage unit, and they're short videos. They're easy to listen to, easy to watch. And it's really, I thought it was very, very cool. So good morning, Lisette. Mwah. Oh, let's see. Lin, hi. Hi. I'm so glad I didn't miss you. Good morning, Lin, or I guess good afternoon where you are. Happy tea time. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you. Oh, well, I was still called like a good car insurance, Medicare, home warranty rep. That's right. So if eBay is automating customer service, that should mean a reduction in fees since there's not an actual person to pay, right? She asked sarcastically. Yeah, we all know how that goes. Yeah, they're gonna take those fees down just as soon as they get around to it. They are not. Y'all, if you don't know, Lin is actually over in Great Britain. So please make sure and give her a big warm welcome and happy tea time. And those, I still have to try those thin wafer cookie biscuit things, and I'm dying to. I have to get out to World Foods this week. It's been about a week, but I was getting ready for my first Posh Live sale last week. I didn't die. Oh my God. Lisette, that's exactly how I feel about it too. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going in. Because we're used to doing, I mean, we are used to doing live things, and you've done, live shows before, no problem. But it's one of those things that's just like, boy. I do want to talk a little bit about, and this is where we get into salty treats, guys, and it's about to get a little It's about to get a little salty. Salty. Grandma's salty. Extra salt. Okay, I actually do have extra salt this week. Let's talk about my first salty treat. ThreadUp, VIT. I am a VIT with ThreadUp. And that means that you purchase a lot, you sell a lot, so you have a lot of interaction with ThreadUp, and they have different levels of whatever you are, and I'm a VIT, which very important ThreadUpper or something like that. I honestly don't remember what it stands for, but I'm one. So is my friend Veronica, who is in the chat. Yeah, we like not dying. Yes, we like that very much. Oh, Jessica's doing laundry. Well, good. All good resellers have laundry days, that's for sure. And good morning, Adam. It's good to see you this morning. Hi. Just getting ready to get into some salty treats. So sorry you got to start off this way, but this is how it's going. ThreadUp VIT and points redemption. I also have like almost 1,000 points on ThreadUp, so I can use any of their promos that are within the points. And then I went online. VITs are supposed to get free shipping on their orders. Points redemption, I have a code also for free shipping on any order. And I went online and I ordered another shoebox because shoes are flying out the door. Very important thrifter. Thank you, Deb. I couldn't remember what it was. Because shoes are flying out the door for me. So I thought, well, I'll get their, mystery shoebox. I've always had, not always, but for the most part, I've had pretty good luck with those, and I like them. And it's $34 for 5 pairs of shoes, which I was probably going to pay anyway. So apparently, the free shipping doesn't apply to discount boxes anymore. The rescue boxes don't get the free shipping, not because and I should have free shipping. I should have free shipping times 2. I have the VIT, which tells me I get free shipping. I have the points to redeem and the code, and that tells me I should have free shipping. But yeah, the free shipping is on everything except for the rescue boxes, and I think that's unfair. It feels unfair. I mean, you're the one selling a rescue box. Why would I not get free shipping on a rescue box? I just don't understand their thinking on that. And it really makes me a little salty. Now, here's something that makes me a lot salty, because now we're going to go in for extra salt. Okay. I was watching Gorgeous's video, and I've actually included the link to that video below because to one of her videos below, she has a short video that was very, very smart, and we'll come back to that later. But she had a video where she went into the Goodwill, and it was kind of it was a little bit of it was a little bit of reseller humor, and she's like, oh, she's like, they say Goodwill is watching my videos, so here, hey, look, oh my goodness, they have Merona jeans, what, from Target, and blah blah blah, so let's make sure and get those, so raise the prices on those. So it's that sort of thing. It was kind of a funny video. And of course, as with any short, you're gonna get comments from all over the internet. And then we get the Gen Zers, we get the millennials, not the millennials, we get the baby TikTokers. Baby TikTokers, TikTok menus, please stop doing this. And these are 2 direct quotes. Number 1, I agree with you. I also think that it's wrong. It's morally wrong to buy things that were donated for people that can't afford to shop at retail stores. They're taking from people with lower incomes and causing prices to rise. We'll come back to that. And second one, and I quote, some tween, do you get the point of thrift stores? It's meant to help people with less money, like people who can't buy your thrifted upsold jeans. You're stealing from the poor. Now, before I put up a very offensive finger on YouTube for all the public to see, let me just resellers are evil. Let me just do this. Shut up. Shut up, you idiot little TikTokers. Shut up. A, those are not meant to, the clothing is donated so that the store can sell it. When the store sells it, they use those profits. They don't use the clothing, they use the profits to help the poor. So anytime that I and any other reseller are shopping at these charity shops, we're not stealing from the poor, we're helping support the poor because we're giving them money and that money goes to the poor. Salvation Army, Goodwill. In the case of Goodwill, it's almost a for-profit thing anyway. Goodwill is employing their whole thing, their whole shtick is that they're employing people who are hard to employ, or minorities and veterans, single mother, people with disabilities. The whole thing is that they're giving people jobs. So they're not giving them the clothing. They're not giving away these clothing. And they're not selling them cheap so that poor people can shop. My God, Walmart sells cheaper in most cases than the Goodwill. I can get a t-shirt at Walmart for probably $3 less than I buy it at the Goodwill. So don't tell me this BS, okay? First of all. Second of all, if you're really all that concerned, why don't you do this? Why don't you do this? You take up an issue like, I don't know, the fact that you order 20 brand new outfits from Shein and fill up landfills because you want to look different on TikTok every time you get on. How about that? How about you do that? Yeah. Thank you. A 19-year-old wearing Shein doesn't get to tell me a darn thing. Interesting thought. What if all resellers, upcyclers stopped shopping thrift during the same week for a full week? Right. They'd probably go out of business. They would probably go out of business. That's exactly it. That's exactly it, Lisette. That is not their mission. Their mission is to employ people and help them with their work. I'm just saying, I'm just saying, and I have yet to see a reseller leave even the bins, or even a Goodwill, or even a Salvation Army that come. I've yet to see them come out with so much crap that there's nothing left in the store, even in small towns. And that's where it's one of the girls like, oh yeah, well, I live in a small town, and so you're taking up all the poor people's stuff. BS. I have seen $1 onesies, $3 t-shirts, $5 jeans at Walmart. That's cheaper than the Goodwill. That's cheaper than any thrift store. I grew up poor. You can go to yard sales. You can do. Don't tell me what poor people need. You've never been poor. I have been poor. I've been dirt, government cheese, pink electric bill. The water is shut off poor. Don't tell me not to resell. Shame on you, you little smart Alex. Go mind your business. Why don't you go after fast fashion? Because you and your entire generation are pouring billions of dollars into fast fashion, filling up landfills left and right. And you're mad because I'm ignoring the Shein stuff at the Goodwill. Sorry. Okay, that was my salty treat for the day. But love you. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Okay, I'm gonna quit preaching now. Um, uh, you know, okay. Yeah, Goodwill is a joke. Backdoor deals going on daily. Well, the thing is that most of the resellers that I know of, how do you think they got into thrifting in the first place? Do you think they just wandered into a thrift store from their mansion and pulled up in their limo and ate some caviar and casually drank some champagne while they were wandering the aisles and decided to resell? Most of the people who resell did grow up thrifting. They did grow up poor. They did, and some of them still are. Some of them are trying to make $1 out of 99 cents, honey. Some of them are single moms. They're trying to stretch their dollars as far as they can. So don't sit in judgment with your little 12-year-old self. Why don't you go find a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a group of friends, and talk about how maybe you could quit pandering to fast fashion every time you get a chance. How about that? And now I'm done. Okay. Now I'm done. I'm done. Again, the CEOs are the ones responsible for the higher prices. Eat the rich, not the resellers. Thank you. Thank you. I'm still waiting for my ship to come in. Yeah, the ships don't come in every day. Yeah, and the Salvation Army takes the money. They don't care. Let me tell you something. The Salvation Army is not selling so that poor people can have clothing. There are people who come to them who actually get coupons so that they can go shopping in the Salvation Army and get the clothes that they need. They get those from the Salvation Army, free coupons. They have homeless programs. They have drug programs. They have rehab programs. I don't like their music, but other than that, they've got, and so every dollar and dime that I spend with them is going towards a good cause. Just, think before you spout your little eighth grade stupid head off on the internet. Sorry. Okay, now I'm done. I swear. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe I need more coffee or maybe Lexapro. I'm not sure. Yeah, they do have 50% off day for people 55 and up. My mother knows when every single senior discount day is at every single thrift store. Don't think she doesn't. Yeah, let's give everyone a platform to share their unsolicited advice on. Yeah, it happens. Right? Yeah, Roy, I think I need about four more of these. Um, yeah, people lose their homes to fires and flood, etc., and the Salvation Army will clothe them, and they'll do it for free. Yeah, I do need a little bit more coffee. So with that being said, those are my salty treats for the week. But oh, these little internet trolls. Anyway, but I love you anyway. I just think you're so very, very wrong. So let me wrap up with sweets for the sweetest. My first one was Lisette, actually. Way to go with the storage unit. Check out the New England Betty Boop and her journey with the storage unit. Good morning, Swampy. It's good to see you. I worked at the Salvation Army, and the money from our store went to a huge rehabilitation center in Detroit. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but look where the information is coming from. Yeah, nobody checks. Salty Treats had a cayenne kick today. They did, kind of, didn't they? I really do need more coffee. Ross is Tuesday for 55 plus. So unfortunately, I can't do much RA anymore. Yeah, well, we all have to. Yeah, it gets a little. Oh, Liv, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Liv, thank you. That is a lovely compliment. That is a really beautiful compliment. Thank you. Hi, Prilla. Hi, I see you there. It's good to see you. Good morning to you, too. Hello. And Adam, did I say good morning? Because I meant it. And sorry, you caught me right in the middle of my menopausal swing, I guess. Um, I also wanted to again thank Gorgeous. Jess, if you don't know, is a reseller from St. Louis. She's got her own channel. She's got a lot more followers than I do, but she's just adorable. I just love her. Um, I just love her. I just do. And her videos are very, 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 they're always either informative or very entertaining. Nails by Jamie. There's my Jamie girl. Hey, girl. Girl, I need to get these nails done so bad. Oh my God. When you hit the end of a French manicure and you don't want to give it up, but it's starting to get like a little chippy. Yeah, I need to get these nails done. So thank you. You're a great reminder for me for that. That menopause, right? I know. I get a little cranky. And that thing, for some reason, it was just a trigger for me. I'm like, are we still having this conversation? Are you still like, are you children still living in like your echo chamber where, the mean old grown-ups are picking on the poor people? Really? Really? Come on, get a life. Or, I mean, you get to studying so you'll know better. But I did drop a video link below for Gorgeous. For she made me money this week, and she may make you money with this video. And here's how. There is a thing on Poshmark where sometimes we don't realize, or we don't have time to check, or we forget to check or something. There's a thing on Poshmark where you go to your sales, and you've got, this much balance and this much redeemable and blah blah blah. The thing is that, with pending sales, sometimes you'll have pending sales that you don't realize that haven't been that were never resolved. And I found two from December. Two. Now, one of them was a tiny one, and one of them was kind of a bigger one. But they were just sitting out there, and the order was never accepted, and there was never any follow up. There was never any payment. So I reached out to Poshmark customer service and got that resolved. However, actually got the step-by-step instructions on how to find those lost sales and how to reach Poshmark customer service in the most efficient way possible. So I strongly recommend, I really do recommend, that if you sell on Poshmark at all, check out the video below. I think it's going to save you some money. And in my case, it actually got me money that I had coming to me that I didn't realize that I had coming to me. So, yeah, give kids devices. This is what happened. Child, you ain't got to tell me. Thank you. If everyone became a reseller, it would put fast fashion out of business and save the effing planet, which is on fire right now. Pretty freaking much. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Yeah, Liv, I think it's great info. It's great info. So, Raquel, yes, this happened to me with the leather jacket. I didn't even know, and like 3 months later, the money was deposited into my account. Yeah, yeah. I hear Poshmark Live is pretty cool. Roy, I'm gonna let you know. I will track and report, because I really do have one coming up this week. I kept scheduling them on Friday nights and having to reschedule and cancel, because I was exhausted, and I didn't have all of my questions answered that I really needed to move forward. And then I realized, maybe the one day a week when I actually have to get up early and stay up and watch an infant for 8 hours, maybe that wasn't the day that I should have my Poshmark Live. That's on me. I love having my grandbaby. I love having my grandbaby. I love watching her grow up. I love watching her smiles and her baby giggles. I love all of it. But when you're covered in spit up, and you have to dispose of poopy diapers with one hand, and warm up a bottle with the other, it's a little much at my age to also go live after that. I mean, I need at least an hour for drag. So yeah, I will. I am going live, Roy, and I will send that link out to everybody. I'm going live on Saturday of next week. So next Saturday, I am going live. If you're on Poshmark, if you don't have a Poshmark account, you don't actually have to build a big account or anything. You just go in and just put in whatever screen name you want to use and start there. So I shared my items on Posh Lives. Yes, they actually have lives where people are open to sharing with them. So that would, I think, be a cool thing to try. And I think I'll try that after my first live. And then I'm going to eat my tea now. Roast beef and Yorkshire pudding, roast potatoes and vegetables. Lots of love. My Lord have mercy. That is a good tea. I'd call that Sunday supper. That is wonderful. Okay. Anything you want to send to us in the U.S.? We are very roast and we're very beef and potatoes and vegetables friendly. By the way, I'm working on a video about a music copyright strikes. If anyone has run into that with uploading videos and how to fix it, should be ready by tomorrow. Yes, love it. Okay, everybody, check out if you haven't checked out and subscribed to BooTube Productions, please do so now. Please do so now. I think she's going to have all sorts of information. I got to dash and hand this kid off to his father so I can go get in trouble. Me too, honey. I mean, not the kid. I handed him off to, the world. But yeah, I like food, man. Now I want an omelet. Oh, don't. We always we always end up wrapping up talking about food incessantly. And speaking of wrapping up, I am actually now hungry too. So I'm going to go have a waffle or something. I don't know. I'm going to make, maybe I'm going to make Glamma take me out to dinner. Breakfast, I guess, or a brunch. Brunch, yeah, it's about brunch time. So yeah, food always kills. It's always a good thing. So what's a food man? I get it, but a bunch. Hungry now. Yeah, I'm almost to the point. I may be hangry. Maybe that's why I got extra salty about these TikTok kids. But I just hate being told what to do by a 12-year-old. So I'm going to go have some breakfast and a lot more coffee. And I hope that everybody, all of you, have got to hit another sandbox. I hope that all of you have a fantastic Sunday and a wonderful week. Wishing you the very, very best sales ever. And whatever you do, no matter where you go or whatever you do, please don't forget. Don't you ever forget. Glamma loves you. Have a great day.